Okay. Whoopsie daisy. Alright. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Simply Awesome Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel. And, Denzel can't make it today. At least not this time. So, yeah, let's get started because we have multiple topics today. Apple is in the, good old... how would you call it? What would you call it? Like, they're fighting against the FBI again. Android N sort of leaks, I guess. I guess not. And basically, we're gonna see, or we're getting more and more, excuse me, Pascal, from Pascal leaks from NVIDIA and Polaris GPU leaks from AMD. So let's go ahead and start off with the first one. Apple is... Okay, so back in San Bernardino shooting, there was a guy that shot a bunch of people, and basically the guy that shot a bunch of people has an iPhone. Now, they encrypted, or everything Apple uses, iPhones, Macs, and everything, they encrypt everything, and they encrypt it good. In fact, so good that the FBI is asking Apple to decrypt the phone, or at least unlock the password, and Apple said no. Now, there's good and bad to this. What the FBI is wanting Apple to do is basically create a smartphone cancer, and that is exactly what Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, said. What do you mean by cancer? Well, basically it means that when someone creates a backdoor for an operating system, say Microsoft puts a backdoor in Windows, it has the potential to be used for good and used for bad. Like Apple creating backdoor for iPhones, they would probably use it for good. But if you release that to someone like the FBI, they'd probably use it for good, but at the same time, it could be used for bad. It could get leaked. It's just not a good idea to release anything with a backdoor. So that's Apple said no, because if you release a backdoor into something they create, then that backdoor has the potential to actually be used by someone that's not very good. So Apple said no. Bill Gates, the ex-CEO of Microsoft, said Apple should do it. They should unlock the phone for the FBI. Apple still said no. John McAfee, the once... was it the CEO of McAfee Security Software, antivirus stuff? He said that he will try and unlock it himself. Apple should have done it, and if he can't unlock the phone himself, then he will eat his shoe on public television. Apple is still saying no, because... Now, I'm going to take Apple's side for this, and I agree with Apple maybe 50% of the time when it comes to things. It's not a good idea to have a backhole or backdoor in any security at all. It's not a good idea, one bit. So yeah, now that Apple said that, Arizona's Department of Justice to stop issuing iPhones to employees after FBI versus Apple dispute has came up. I just saw that today. Let me go ahead and open that up so you can see it. This is on linustechtips.com. And, whoa. Hold on. Okay. Let's fix that. Properties. There we go. It's online. linustechtips.com, and basically on Wednesday, an Arizona County Attorney's Office announced that it will immediately halt providing iPhones as an option for replacement or upgrades for existing employees. AKA, they want to spy on their employees. They want the ability to download evidence for like forensic stuff and everything. And while that is a good idea, I do think Apple... I originally thought that Apple should have provided the information that that the government wanted from that phone. And I was like, yeah, Apple should give it to them. But then they're like, we could use that software to basically decrypt any iPhone that we have that we need to get information off of for trials. And that's when I'm like, that's not a good idea, because they'll basically abuse everything. It's not a good idea at all to really put a backdoor in everything. Hold on. There we go. That's better. So, there is just nothing good about this. I personally believe what Apple is doing is the right decision. There's nothing good about having a backdoor or anything like that. And just really nothing good about it. I saw somewhere where it was like, whatchamacallit? Basically, what's the words? They're on the tip of my tongue, but I can't even say it. Basically, you know what, we're just going to forget that because I'll be on it forever. So, that's the end of that. Is this it? Oh, that's right. The FBI wanted to create like a board of people that had a bunch of smart tech people on it, and then they would go up to the board and be like, is this a good idea? And they'll all say yay or nay or whatever like that. That's what they should do. That's definitely what they should do. Instead of asking Apple to decrypt the phone and that Apple saying no, there needs to be a thing that you could just go up to the board and be like, hey, is this a good idea, and should we do it? And the answer is yes. Okay. So, next up on the list, we are talking about Android N. Let me go find the article, because I was behind today and I didn't have all my tabs all opened up, so pretty sure it was on Android Police. It was a leak of Android N. Let me just type that in. Oh. Android Authority. Good enough. Okay. So here we are on Android N. Android N settings will add a hamburger menu. Will add a hamburger menu for easier navigation between submenus. Well, A hamburger menu is basically that little 3 lines. It's called a hamburger because the middle is a patty and the top and the bottom are buns. This is leaked settings app. Looks basically the same except for that hamburger menu. And this is the first official leak I've ever seen of Android N. And Android N is supposed to be announced sometime this year. I'm thinking during the summer. I could be wrong. But, yeah. This is looking good so far. Now we just need the rest of Android N. That's just something I wanted to add into this. So next up on the list we have the first, I guess, would you call them leaks? I wouldn't call them leaks. Good lord. I should have set up my tabs before I started the stream, but I wanted to start it right away. Heavens. Alright. I don't see it at all. Garage door. Ooh, that looks interesting. Microsoft reveals what's in Windows 10 updates. Now, in case some of you have been living under a rock and you don't keep up to date with this stuff, but Windows 10 is basically considered spyware by a lot of people now. That's because they had they basically captured what keys were pressed and sends it to Microsoft. They basically capture everything and send it to Microsoft servers, and who knows what they do with it. Well, this is basically online as TechNups. It's basically saying that Microsoft has now said it will reveal what's in every single Windows 10 update. Stupid phone. And then such information will help users work out if something in the update is causing problems with their PC, and not to mention it'll give us some clarity of what's going on inside that update. So yeah. A summary of important product developments included in each update with links to more details. It will be regularly refreshed as new updates are released in order to serve as a historical record of Windows 10's development. This will definitely provide a lot of clarity to security issues with Windows 10. Frankly, I don't care much about Windows 10 because I kind of expected that a long time ago. I kind of made peace with it. I kind of made peace with everything about them sending key logging, them putting key logging software on my operating systems. I don't care anymore. So it's something I kind of always wondered if it was in there or not, and frankly, just that's the least of our worries. Let's just say that. Yes, we need to have security. We need to always be sure that we're running the best of the best security updates, and at the same time we have to be sure that no one's watching us. I mean, major companies use Windows 10 and OS 10. They use them for their security. They use them to make applications and games. There's a lot of sensitive data hidden in those operating systems with our stuff on it, and we should be scared about it. But it's one of those things where if they leak your secrets, you can definitely sue. Just saying. Yes, it's probably in their licensing agreement, but doesn't matter. I mean, if company secrets get let out because of Microsoft, if another company's secrets get let out by Microsoft, like Apple developing things for Windows, like iCloud panel for that's usually hidden in the bottom right for iCloud syncing of photos and everything. If the source code gets leaked because of Microsoft, there's going to be an all-out war between the two companies, and it's nothing. But it's finally good to see that Microsoft is finally going to add some clarity to this. So that'd be great. DirectX 12. Say goodbye to red versus green. So it looks like this is from PC World, I believe. Someone has officially basically put two cards together from opposing manufacturers, NVIDIA and AMD, using DirectX 12, and apparently it's official. Why does it matter? For anyone who... I'm going to just read this for you. Why does it matter? For anyone who doesn't follow gaming hardware that closely, the feature is akin to running Apple iOS on a Samsung Galaxy S7. Yeah. That's saying a lot. Or even more unlikely, a combined Yankees-Red Sox team cheered on by harmonious New York/Boston crowd, for people that play baseball and stuff. So, explicit multi-GPU mode has been teased before in previews. While it's still technically in beta, the feature will make its debut in Stardock's Ashes of the Singularity when the game launches next month. So, DirectX 12 is basically coming out next month, and you'll be able to use a NVIDIA or AMD